Okay, so hi. I'm a little late on the episode. I know that I am, but it's okay because I'm here. I was originally gonna try to do this yesterday, so like by now. Basically today's Sunday the 24th. It's 6:52 p.m. By now you guys would have had a episode, but I decided to go to my friend's house instead. So you don't have an episode. I'm making it now. Sorry about that. Oops. I see though that we have ranked up to 92 subscribers. Guys. If we get to 100 subs in the next week, okay, that's crazy. I'm not even gonna start talking about that. But basically, I have an idea on something to do, like, for the 100 subscribers, like, whatever. That's gonna be a big deal because I literally barely, like, have been in the past posting. And somehow we've managed 100 subs. Damn near. We're pushing 100. But anyway, today I don't really know what I'm gonna talk about. Again, I'm not caffeinated whatsoever. I got back from work about an hour ago. Not even. Yeah, a little bit like over an hour ago. 5:30 I got home. And I haven't put that much effort into like my appearance right now. I just like did my lips and kind of retouched my makeup, but whatever. I don't necessarily have that many subjects lined up to speak about today, which I'm a little bit worried about because I always have like so many ideas and I'm like, you know what, I'm not gonna note it down because I'm gonna remember, and then I never fucking remember. So I do have an update though, kind of like a sad update. I go through these like ups and downs with certain artists or like famous people where I either really like them or I'm like, you know what, you're getting too popular too quick. I don't want to listen to you anymore. It's like the weirdest thing ever. I don't know why I do that. Call me a hater if you want. I don't care. Like, it's super weird. Also, if you see like a mess in the background, you're not gonna say anything to me, okay? I know that your fucking room is dirty too. Anyway, yeah, I do this thing where like I no longer want to hear from this individual. I don't resent them, but it's just like, it's just a reminder that I wasn't there early enough, you know? And unfortunately, that's exactly what's happened with K1 and I. Just saying her name makes my heart drop. But yeah, I'm no longer listening to her. However, if you play any of her songs in front of me, like, I will start fucking singing like crazy. Word for word, bitch. Turn the music off, I'm still going. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's just like a silly little update about what is in and what's out. What's in, you say? I don't know. There's nothing currently in. I haven't found myself fangirling over anybody or anything. I guess what's in, work and you guys. So yeah. On that same note though, of like things getting too popular too quick, I've like been thinking. So we all know, okay, actually I'm not gonna name drop. I was like thinking recently, I'm like, okay, I name drop too many people, like, you know, that are famous or aren't famous. Like, I need to chill on that. So I'm no longer going to be name dropping any content creator. I'm just going to be saying a content creator. And if you guys catch on, you do. And if you don't, I'm sorry. Maybe in like a few years, you know, like you might. But sorry, I keep looking at the viewfinder, not the viewfinder, the thing. And like when I was editing the video, I was like, where am I looking? And I remember that I was looking at myself. So I'm going to start looking at you now. This is really hard. I think I might start looking at the thing on top of you again. But anyway, yeah. So there's this one content creator. They kind of like blew up fairly quick. And how do you say this? I feel like a lot of people, and like even this specific creator says it all the time, like, I don't want you guys to think of me as someone who like, you know, is out of reach now. Like, I don't want to follow this trend of like somebody who is like a small content creator and people feel like very connected to, and then like they blow up overnight and now like people are like feeling like, oh well, now we lost that one, you know, like whatever, but like keep pushing, like, you know, like talking on that same like note, that specific content creator, because I don't know why I connected it like that, but that specific content creator, they constantly talk about, and not just like this content creator, a lot of content creators say this all the time, like, yeah, like I struggle with anxiety and I struggle with anxiety, you know what I mean? Yeah, they go in very great detail about their personal lives and like what they do or didn't do, or like what their careers used to be, and like even like present tense, like what they're doing, like how they're like linking up with so many people, and like they're constantly like out and like live streaming or just like posting all these very like private things about their lives. Like obviously I'm not judging, but I'm making a note and I hope you're following me. And then at the end of the day, they go like, oh yeah, like, oh, but like, silly old me, I have so much anxiety, you know? And I just like see people like that, and I can't help but like get shivers down my spine and genuinely like feel irked to my soul, because what do you mean you have anxiety? Like, I'm not, I haven't been, hello, English? I forgot the word. Not prescribed. I've never been like told like, hey, yeah, I'm a doctor and like you have anxiety, but like, you know, like put me in those situations of having certain jobs that these people with anxiety have had, and I'm like, I can't do that. Sorry. Like I literally shrivel up and fucking die if you told me to do that job. Like you could give me $1 million per fucking minute and I would not be able to do it. You know what I mean? And then like, also how they are just so like, you see them hanging around with other people who they don't like know necessarily. I look like Rudolph the red-nosed fucking red reindeer with this nose. Hold on. But you see them with all of the like collabing with people that they've never met before, and all of a sudden they're like the social butterfly, and I'm like, again, put me in that situation, I'm not talking to anybody, because literally like I would not be able to get anything out from my head. Yeah. And it's like, how true is it that these people have like anxiety of any sort when like they used to like do sex work, or they used to I don't know, like always go out and like always meet all these people, like, and like this is just like a piece of my brain more than it is like a judgment or like something that I'm looking down on or like rolling my eyes to. But like seriously, like what in today's day, like what is even anxiety anymore? Like people think that diagnosed, that's the word. I've never been like fully diagnosed, like, hey, you have anxiety, but like someone who's not diagnosed with it, like then hearing someone be like, yeah, like I go to therapy and I have anxiety, but before I went to therapy I did all of these things. It's like, it makes me think like, are y'all lying about being diagnosed, or like am I just like on some PTSD type shit, like, you know what I mean, like delusion, psychopathy or some shit like that. Like, am I crazy? Like, am I because what do you mean you were able to function this well this whole time, and like you were able to do everything that I literally, like, it's so impossible for me to get myself to do, and like your therapist will do that, you have anxiety? Like how exactly do people like have anxiety when they're able to do everything without medication? You know what I mean? Like it just doesn't make sense to me. It makes me a little bit upset and mad, because then it's like, okay, well, why do you get the fun anxiety? Like, again, I've not been diagnosed, so like I don't want to keep saying like, why don't I feel like, you know, because maybe I actually don't have anxiety and maybe I'm actually fucking crazy, you know? But like, what is it that I'm doing wrong that you're not doing wrong, you know? Because actually, you could not put me in half of the situations that these content creators get themselves into and function. You can't, like, unfortunately, I'm the kind of person who, like, I have a very small circle, because the second that I am put in a room with people my age, I don't know how to function. I can't talk. I, like, don't know how to socialize. Like, I look like a hater because I do have a resting bitch face, and I just look like I hate on everybody, and I don't want to be there. But, like, in reality, I'm just trying to, like, so how do I approach that person? Do I say, hey, you're very beautiful? Or is that giving I'm hitting on them? Because, like, as a girl, that's the only thing that, like, makes sense to me. Like, oh my God, you look so cute today. Like, wow, I really like, you know what I mean? But, like, what do you say after that? Or, like, put me in a room, like, where it's my birthday, put me in a fucking room in front of a cake and have people sing happy birthday to me, and I'm actually going to, like, shrink. I'm going to shrivel up. I'm going to disintegrate into powder in the air. And now I'm going to die. And then on top of that, I'm going to fall on the floor, like, I don't know, like mud on the floor. And I'm, again, going to burn through the ground from how not embarrassing, but from how, like, disgusting that feels. Like, don't look at me. Don't look at me. Don't sing to me. Janae Aiko, this is not towards you, but, like, you know what I mean? Like, don't give me attention. Because actually, what do you do with it? Like, oh, happy birthday to me. You know, like, no, I can't function like that. It's like, I never do anything on my birthday, ever. I always just, like, treat it like a regular day. You know, like, in the morning, my parents or my family wants to give me gifts, and okay, cool. I don't like opening gifts in front of people. Like, that's another thing that, like, to me, I feel like, ugh, stop looking at me. Like, what? Like, then you start thinking, like, how should I be acting right now? Because I don't know how I should be acting. And it's like, put me in a room again, like, let's go back to that room full of people my age. How am I supposed to act right now? What faces am I supposed to be making right now? Because I don't fucking know. Or put me one-on-one with another girl, right? And, like, now have this girl talk about really normal, like, girl talk with me about, like, oh, this guy's super cute. Oh, like, I did this with my friends the other day. Oh, I really want to go to this place. Oh, like, is this outfit cute? Oh, do you think I should buy this? I don't fucking know. How about you stop asking me? Because I don't know. Like, I don't even know how to look at you right now. You know, like, today I had this client, God bless her. She's, like, the cutest thing ever. And I really enjoy, like, spending my time with her during her appointments. And she's just, like, trying to, like, be a girl. And, like, she's confiding in me with certain stuff. And, like, listen, if you know me in real life, you know that, like, sometimes you lose me. Like, you're talking to me and you lose me. It's because I'm literally thinking in my head, like, what does this person want me to say? And how can I come to that conclusion as soon as possible? You know? So I kind of zone out. People talk to me and I zone out. And then, like, I hear that they stop talking. I'm like, oh, okay. So, like, then what did you do? Or, like, what do you think? You know, like, I'm so guilty of being like, what do you think? Because, girl, I don't know what I think. You know, it's not that I'm indifferent about anything. It's just, like, sometimes I feel like I'm not the right person to say certain things to because, unfortunately, like, when you get the raw version of me and I'm not overthinking and I'm not thinking about anything of the sort, I'm just, like, very logical in the sense of, like, bitch, like, what are you doing? Like, if you're telling me about a toxic situationship that you have going on, babe, I don't know what you want me to say, but what I think is that, bitch, like, you're shooting yourself in the foot. You know what I mean? So maybe, I don't know that it's so much, like, anxiety or if it's, like, stage fright or if it's just, like, I know that I'm not the fun person to talk to in the sense of, like, I'm going to feed your delusions, you know? But yeah, point of all of that is that I don't like that. That's, like, a really big pet peeve I have when somebody who's, like, famous and made it or whatever, they're like, yeah, actually, I have anxiety. It's like, bitch, you go on tour, you sit on a stage in front of so many people and you talk, like, and you're able to, you know, or you go to these, like, influencer get-togethers and, like, you network. Like, how do you even, you know, like, put me in that situation, babe. A lot of people are going to go home talking shit about me because I'm going to be sitting in a corner like this. Fake texting on my phone, like, hey, yeah. You know, like, doom scrolling on Instagram. Or, actually, I'm not even going to go. I'm, like, so big on canceling last fucking minute. Oh, boy, make plans with me. I dare you. How much do you want to bet you're never going to see me? Like, that's my biggest, like, flaw in life is I just don't make the time to go out. And it's not that I don't make the time to go, it's I don't want to go out. There's this one situation I'm currently in right now, and I think it's the weirdest thing ever. And, like, if this individual's watching and, like, the shoe is fitting, like, sorry, but it's so weird that you specifically do this. Anyway, so I'm not going to say how I met them. I'm not going to say what happened, but basically there's this one individual. It's a girl. It's not a guy. There's this girl, and I understand, I think, that at some point they have wanted to, like, be my friend, But this is during the time of my life where I was like, I don't really know why I can't make friends. Then through her, it's that I understood, like, oh, people try to make plans with me all the time. I'm just like, I don't understand that that's what they're saying. Because, like, bitch, why do you want to, like, hint around and, like, tiptoe? Like, bitch, be like, hey, do you want to go out? Like, da-da-da-da. Like, let's do this. This is what my schedule looks like. What does your schedule look like? No. You have bitches who want to tiptoe around it, you know? And sometimes they're like, yeah, do you want to make plans? And I'm like, no, honestly. I'm like, oh, sorry, I'm busy, you know? But she was basically tiptoeing around, wanting to make plans with me. And she's, like, tiptoeing around, trying to, like, be my friend. Which, honestly, like, what a sweetheart. I unfortunately did not understand that that's what you were doing. For some reason, I always think that people are lying to me. And I always think that people, for some reason, are just, like, going out of their way to talk to me, like... I don't know, or maybe it's just that I don't have any interest in these people, so I don't see it as that. Like, I don't necessarily understand, like, what the fuck I think about sometimes, but there were a few times where she's, like, trying to do small talking, like, we get to know each other a little bit, whatever, but I'm just catching, like, a really bad vibe from her. Like, there's certain things that she's saying that I'm like, pause. What did you just say? You know? So... I'm dodging, and I'm dodging, and I'm dodging again, and I'm dodging. And then it gets to a point where now I'm posting stuff, and this individual is swiping up, being like, oh, so this is why you don't want to be my friend. Oh, so this is why you don't answer me. Oh, so this is why you don't want to go out with me. And I'm just like, bitch, we're 23, almost 24. Like, why are you behaving in this manner, sister? Like, let's have clear communication. Also, you're a stranger to me. I don't owe you anything. That's so fucking weird of you, you know? I think I posted something like, if I find it, and God knows that I will try to find it. If I find it, I think I posted something along the lines of like... oh, I'm only friends with, like, bisexual people, autistic people. I don't know. Just, like, you know, silly post. And then, like, she swipes up, and that's when she's like, oh, so this is when you don't want to be my friend. And it's like, bitch, like, what? Yeah. Anyway, so point to the story is that, because I keep circling around the same whole thing, is that then now she's starting to be passive aggressive with me. And I'm like, see, these are the things that I always overthink about, that I'm like, is this what's happening right now? And I'm actually going through it IRL. Like, this is no exaggeration, no assumptions. Like, this bitch is shady as fuck, right? She's being shady as hell to me. I wish I could read, like, some messages. You know what? I'm actually going to look for some messages, because why not? Actually, no, because if that individual's watching right now, which I don't think so. Oh, wait. I already heard it out. Anyway. I think, like, the only thing we were able to actually, like... the only thing that we actually were able to, like, bond over was Love Island a little bit. And then, like, they want to come out here with, like, do you want to go to a bar with me? Do you want to go to a bar with me, LOL, like, for a watch party? And I'm like, actually, no. Sorry, I was like, it's just weird stuff. Look, I just saw it. One time, I was, like, had just gotten this car, right? The one that I have. And I was on the way to Ulta, and this car has, like, certain, like, blind spots that my other car, like, definitely didn't have. I was driving, like, a Mini Cooper Countryman, and that car is pretty good, like, with the blind spots. This car is different because this is, like, your regular kind of sports car, kind of, like, low, you know. So you have to kind of, like, look, you know, like, really get you, like, put your back to it. And I almost hit a car. And I posted it. I'm like, oh, my God, and... yeah, thank God this guy, like, fucking let me go. And I, like, made a joke about this fine-ass guy, like, someone's father. And she swipes up, like, yeah, so you almost hit your boyfriend, right? Like, okay, I guess that doesn't sound so crazy, but I swear it's weird because, like, why are you bringing him up? You know, like, also, I don't have a boyfriend right now, but back then, kind of. So it's like, bitch, why are you being shady? Why are you bringing that up? Like, you know what I mean, you know? And then it's like another thing that recently happened. I went to a concert recently, and I went, and listen, I can actually dress like alternative somewhat, like 3 nights of the year, and that's maybe Halloween, and the other 2 times it's if a band that I really like is coming into town, and a band that I like since middle school came into town. And what did I do? I dress alternative, and I took a picture, and I go on Instagram on my close friends. I don't know why I have this individual on my close friends, but I put the outfit on my close friends, and I say something like, only God knows that this is exactly how I would dress if I had places to go. Now, let's backtrack. Do you remember when I said that this girl has been trying to get me to go out with her for the past God knows how many months? Yeah, okay, remember that. This individual swipes up my story, and she's like, oh, girl, if only LOL ... Why are you being shady? Like, do you want to hang out with me? Like, and like, I'm not giving into the bait you're throwing at me, but like, why are you being like this weird? And then like, that just kind of reinforces the weird psychotic mentality that I have, where it's like, nobody actually cares what the fuck I'm doing. For some reason, they're texting me. I don't understand why, but they are. And then it's like, this situation with this girl, it's kind of like teaching me and showing me a little bit that, you know what, maybe I needed her presence in my life to be able to, like, how do you say, like, understand that no, people actually don't have like weird intentions when they text you, because this one bitch does, and it's so blatantly obvious. But for some reason, she keeps like hate watching my story, always one of the first ones to watch, always like reacting to my posts, and when she answers, it's always some passive aggressive shit like, sorry, like, I don't want to hang out with somebody who at the end of a workout goes, yeah, you're really pretty. I like hanging out with pretty girls. I fucking hate ugly fat bitches. Like, verbatim. Why would you say that to me? Like, maybe second time we ever actually hang out one-on-one, why would you say that to me? Like, also, you know what? I hate a bitch that is like, actually, I've already spoken about that in the past. I'm not even going to go into it. But yeah, it's like, it's weird. Like, peace and love in the universe, in the world, and like, God bless this girl, like, no ill intentions to her, but like, it's just odd. You know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna say it, especially when like, and this is so 2025 of this individual, but like, when it's all like, oh my god, like 444 angel numbers, like spirituality, like, babe, like, I get it, like, me too, but like, the mentality is not there. Like, how could you be like, oh my god, I'm a spiritual girl, oh my god, like this and the third, I'm like, oh my god, like, I'm intuitive and like I speak to spirit, like, and you have that mentality. Like, no, baby, you're rooted in ego, you know what I mean? And like, that's a whole other conversation that I can get into right now, but then that would be another half hour of me yapping nonstop. But it's just like, I don't understand people like that. I don't understand people like that. I don't understand who the fuck you think you are. I don't understand, like, bitch, you're not doing your shadow work and it's showing. And I just don't like people like that. And I, like, one day I said it to her and they were like, oh, I'm like that. And it's like, it's not funny. Like, actually, please get some help. You don't want to help yourself, then go get some help, you know? And, like, also, if I'm telling you that I can't stand bitches like that, what do you think? Like, I'm going to want to hang out with you again? I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, then like later on, this is like months and months ago, but it's just funny because like they like poked, they like, what's that saying, like beating on a dead horse? Like, she beat on the dead horse yet again a few fucking days ago when I posted that thing I told y'all about. It's like, let me chill, let me vibe. And also, maybe you should have your close friends' rights taken from you, because why are you being like this? Anyway, I realize now that it has, in fact, been about to be 22 minutes. Oh, sorry. 22 minutes of me yapping. And it's, like, the funniest thing, because I actually always think that I'm going to come here with, like, no ideas or anything, but I actually surprised myself. I just keep on going and going and going and going. And I wonder, like, does this make me out to... What does this mean? Okay, I don't know if that did something. I'm gonna go back. There we go. What was I saying? Does this make me out to look like I am, like, sick in the head? Like, wow, like, that bitch doesn't shut up. Or do I look, like, is it giving, like, normal? Oh, she just, like, has things in her mind. Because my coworkers like to say, like, Val, I think that, you know, you might talk in your sleep because I talk so much. And I think that's true. But then also, like, again, let's backtrack to the very beginning. Put me in a room with people my age that I might have things to talk to them about, and I'm not going to say a word. You know, I think that if there's any reflection of anything here, it's that my clients are cool as hell and they're yappers just like me. Okay, pause, because now I'm kind of contradicting myself, I feel. Yes, sometimes I don't understand, like, the social cues of, like, what's appropriate to say, what's not appropriate to say. I think also, like, something that, like, pulls me back a lot, it's the fact that, like, I say very, like, I don't want to say unhinged stuff, but I do say things that I know I'm joking about, but I say it to certain people. They're like, oh, okay, like, anyway, you know, and I don't like when that happens because it should be clear that I'm joking. But to some of these girls, it's not that clear. But yeah, in a regular situation, I feel like, okay, this is the best way I can describe it. I chose, out of all the jobs in the world, me, somebody who doesn't like talking to strangers and actually doesn't even like meeting strangers, I chose a job that revolves around meeting strangers and talking to strangers and getting to know strangers. So the only thing, as far as I can get, it's like small talk. And it's like, these are very specific situations too, because these are people who willingly are sitting in front of me and interacting with me because they want a service from me, right? Whereas, like, you're out in the wild and it's bitches who, like, don't care, you know? And I'm just like, what do I say? How do I approach? So in that sense is where I mean what I mean. What I just said, I mean. But yeah, I do talk. Like, with my girls that, like, willingly sign in front of me for a service, I talk to them too fucking much. I'm always talking. I have 10-hour work days and I'm talking for 10 hours. And that's why my job is interesting, you know what I mean? And that's why I have so many things. That's actually why I decided to sit here and, like, start doing this podcast thing, because I sometimes would go home and I'd be like, that's crazy, the shit that they just said to me. And yeah, I mean, I would come here and I'd, like, start thinking about it, like, that's crazy. Like, I wish I had somebody to tell that crazy story to. But then I started doing this, and then for some reason, like, this ethics monster bit me. And now I'm like, I don't want to share people's stories out in the wild, but, like, it's not necessarily people's stories. It's just, like, interactions that I have. Like, I shared recently that, like, that thing, that, like, comment of, like, yeah, like, you can't really trust white people like that because they'll always say some racist shit. That's true. I thought that, like, that was in certain areas of, like, the United States or the world even, but no, like, that's actually true altogether. Like, so many of my clients that are so chill and, like, they're just so normal and, like, not crazy at all until they say the stuff that they say. I just have been left, like, flabbergasted. I think I told y'all about that story of, like, these two old, like, twins, or, like, they're Irish twins. They're, like, super old. Like, I'm not, like, they're pushing 70 or in their 70s. How, like, one day, I don't know where they... What am I talking about this for? Basically, yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of... See, sometimes I talk so much that I talk myself in a circle, and, like, I kind of miss the end of the circle, and now I'm spiraling, because what did I start talking about that for? I don't know. Anyway, it's 26 minutes now. I think I'm chill with the amount of time that I've been yapping for, considering that this episode is super late. If you guys literally have any fucking ideas on any topic that people actually care about to talk about, let me know. I think that the next episode that I'll be uploading will be about the Love Island reunion, though, because I have a lot of thoughts. I don't think it's came out yet, but from the teasers and what I'm seeing online, I don't agree with anything that people are saying. I have a lot of opinions, and I'm gonna take advantage of my platform, and I'm gonna fucking put them out there. Thank you very fucking much.